Awareness creates expansion. Because awareness shows you your opportunities, shows you what is before you. It says, I set before you blessing and cursing. So we find in verse 2 of Isaiah 54, he says, enlarge the place of thy tent. Why? Once you notice that I want a child, I do not have a child, then God suddenly begins to show you those who received a child. But as long as you are not aware, you're not going to be aware that there are actually people in the scriptures that received what you are looking for. You know, Rachel was the beloved wife of Jacob. And for so long, she was in the state of the butterflies of Jacob. But one day, she became aware that she didn't have a child. And she needed to have a child. And you know, when she came to that place, she had a child. She had Joseph. Now, you cannot create expansion until you come up to the first level. So God says what? Enlarge thy place. Now that means that you are not going to wait for someone to increase you. No, you're not going to. Look at what he says. He says, enlarge the place of thy tent. Let the curtains, let them stretch forth the curtains of thine habitations. He says, spare not, lengthen thy cords. And this is what we are doing. That's why we are saying, where we were 10, we are dividing into to produce another 10 to become 20. Yeah. Otherwise, we're going to continue with the 10. Yes. Look at how did your human body become what it is today. It was one cell that was fertilized. And one cell broke into 4 cells. From 4 cells, it divided into 16. And today, you have billions of cells in your human body. But it came from one small cell. One small cell. So you can see that God's growth plan is always about expansion, dividing and dividing. Exactly. And God always draws from what he starts with. Exactly. That's why we are not employing cell leaders. You say, oh, we need to go to 500. Let's employ cell leaders. No. Just like God divides that one cell that divides into 4. That's exactly what we are doing. And that's why I'm saying God is with us with what we are doing. Go to Romans 1 verse 17. You notice, because expansion is of God. Increase is of God. Praise God. It says, for therein is the righteousness of God revealed from faith to faith. Look at that. You see, God always wants more. God is always in the more of things. He says from faith to faith. Why? Because anything, if it is of God, it must grow.